Hey guys, it's True Reviews, and we're here to review X-Men Apocalypse. Okay, so we've seen the film.
Yes.
What did you think about it?
It was okay. I liked it, but I was also pretty disappointed with a lot of stuff.
Okay, that's interesting.
It started off great. First of all, we'll say it's pretty much spoiler free. If there's anything that is going to be spoilerish, we'll warn you in advance.
Yeah.
But yeah, the very, very start with like the pyramid scene.
Yeah.
It's not really a spoiler. Pyramid scene, that was amazing.
With the horsemen and stuff.
I thought that was a fantastic introduction to the film.
Yes.
I think that's probably the best X-Men introduction I've seen.
Yes.
And I was watching it and I was so psyched. I was like, oh my god, this is actually going to be brilliant. This is going to be so good. And then it drastically went downhill for me. Quite a bit.
I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Like, there were things that I absolutely loved about it. There were three main things that I didn't like about it.
Okay.
But overall, I thought it was great. I really did.
Okay. I was when I came out of there, I was like, I know what I think, and I was like, I wonder now if Scott is gonna disagree.
Like a lot of people have said, they didn't like this or that, and I was just like, but I was such a big fan of the comic books and stuff, and a lot of it actually happened in the comic books and stuff, and a lot of it was like they did it so well.
Yeah.
I mean, the only three things I didn't like about it were, and a lot of people are going to be like, what? But Quicksilver's scene doesn't make sense for me, because it makes it seem like he can slow down time, because it slows down and he's saving people, but then he's still zipping about.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, he can't do that. If he was just running normally when time was slowed down, then I'd be like, yeah, that's fine, because he's obviously running so fast that time is slowed.
But there's moments where he's just standing there.
Yeah, time is slowed, and then he's zipping about with the super speed anyway when the time is already slowed, and I was like, well, you can't...
See, my issue with that... Also, I just want to point out as well, normally we'd have spoken a little bit before we do the review. We speak a bit, but we haven't actually spoken at all about this review.
No.
This is our first time hearing each other's opinions.
I think because we were going to say something the other day, but I was like, let's leave it for the video, because...
we're like, wait until we film and see. Yeah, that was one thing I wasn't fussed about, was the Quicksilver running around the mansion.
Like, visually, it's cool, like for a film scene.
Yeah,
Awesome,
my issue with it was, we've already seen it.
Yes.
And I know there's nothing wrong with repeating something, but I think they were like, in Days of Futures Past, everyone loved that. Let's do it again.
Yeah, I did feel
and
that.
For me, it just didn't feel authentic. It just kind of felt like they were just doing it again for the sake of doing it, because it went well the first time.
Like, it was funny, it added humour to the film, but it didn't make sense for me, and I was just like...
This is one of the other things I was disappointed with. Personally, I think a lot of the humour fell really flat.
Yeah.
In the cinema, you could tell when they were supposed to be funny moments, and the people that I was watching it with, like, not even just who I saw it with, like the audience.
Yeah.
There were hardly any laughs.
There was the
film.
same when I went to see it as well.
They felt a bit forced. Like, there were one or two parts where I did, like the guy kissing the girl when Quicksilver's like moving up. That I was like, yeah. But that's what it was. It wasn't like a ha 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 ha. It was like a.
And the other bit was when Xavier was like stumbling over his words because he kind of fancied Moira, which has come out of nowhere, by the way.
Well, no, not really. He's got a connection with her in the other ones.
Well, the other one.
It did make me laugh a little bit when he was like that. But again,
that's the other bit then. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But yeah, the Quicksilver scene for me
didn't do nothing.
Did nothing this time around.
In terms of it as a film, visually, it was awesome, and you see it, it's like, that's really cool. But for an X-Men fan, I was like, this doesn't make sense. You can't slow down time, like.
Yeah. Edit. That's an X for the edit. Scott spoiled. So what I'm gonna do is, just before he spoils anything again, which he's about to, I'll put a little thing on the bottom that will just say spoiler, so you can mute. I'll do it just before he says it, so you can mute it, and then just don't lip read him.
Yeah, just bring it up the spoiler alert.
And then I'll take it off when you can unmute. So just be aware of that. Okay. And don't lip read.
Yeah, so spoiler alert now.
Yeah, so spoiler
alert now. Havoc gets seemingly killed. And Havoc, bear in mind, is one of my favourite X-Men like ever.
Yes, yeah.
Especially in the comics and stuff. He's so cool. Gets killed. And his brother has like 2 minutes of oh no, and then forgets about it.
Yeah, that was one thing I really didn't like.
Yeah,
was that he was like no, and they're like, come on, we gotta go, and he's like, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, oh sweet, that's
not even like wait now. I know we gotta go, but let me find my brother's body.
And then after that, he doesn't even really reference it at all.
No, that's it.
And I was like, well, so that was like, if I was Havoc watching down on him, I'd be like, wow, obviously meant that much to him.
And again, this is probably a whole spoilery bit, but when at the end when they're rebuilding the school, I was like, oh, maybe they'll find his body, and Scott would be like, hey, let's bury him, but no.
Body's just seemingly not there.
Yeah.
I know it's because of the timeline that they're in. I didn't like all the long hair stuff. I was like, no, I like Havoc with shorter hair.
Yeah. Like, but again, it's just because of the timeline thing. But
it's the time. Yeah. Like that's not a problem with it. That was just me like, why? And I don't like that Havoc's older. Because is he not younger?
He's younger in the comics.
Yeah. And
but I was like, I think
I know why they've done it, but
well, Bryan Singer didn't do First Class. And Havoc was introduced, and he was supposed to be a standalone film. That was what it was supposed to be originally. No. He came in on Days of Future Past.
Oh, okay.
He did the first 2. He did X-Men 1 and 2. Then came back on Days of Future Past and was right, let's rewrite this whole thing because he didn't like what happened with X-Men 3 and Wolverine Origins and stuff. So he was supposed to be a standalone film. Havoc was introduced, and now he's kind of going, well, now we've got to tie all this in. And instead of ditching the character, he kind of went, well, in this film universe, Havoc's older. And that's kind of like why.
Which is fine, you know. I got over it really quick.
Yeah.
But I was a bit like, when he was introducing him as his young brother.
What I did like as well, though, is that they did actually have them as brothers in it.
Yes.
Because what I thought he was going to be was that he was going to be his uncle or something. It'd be a bit like, oh man, come on.
Well, like in Days of Future Past, I was really looking forward to seeing James Marsden as Cyclops meeting Havoc.
Okay.
And then Havoc wasn't, like, he was in the start of Days of Future Past, but then he wasn't really in it. I was like, oh. Yeah. But on the topic of Scott, I really liked Scott. I thought Scott was really good. I was a bit. When you first see him using the powers, the kid in the toilet. I'm sorry. How was that kid getting up?
Yeah, sure.
He beams the door at a big force.
Yeah.
The door hits the kid against the wall, basically pushes him up into the air as well, drops him down, and then the kid's just like, Scott, I was like,
this is my thing. You can cut a tree in half, but then you can't cut a human in half.
Or a toilet door.
Or a toilet door, yeah. So I was a bit like,
I was like, why? How is that? I'm sorry. If a door, even if just a door came at me with quite a bit of force, I would be like, jeez, like that would have really hurt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get straight back up.
No.
But the way that Scott does it, and the fact that this guy just practically breaks the wall when he hits it, and he just gets up and he's like, what the hell, Samus? I'm like, would you not be a little bit more hurt than that?
Yeah, dead.
Yeah.
It would have been a bit more impactful.
But that's slightly nitpicking, but but I really like Scott. I thought Scott was really good.
The thing
he was a great addition.
The thing is, Cyclops as a character is boring, right? He is a boring character, and he is, right? He is, and he's very like pseudo Captain America, where he is just this righteous guy. But the guy who played him in this film did really well, I think, and he was likable and relatable, and that was kind of nice. But yeah, look at X-Men 1 and 2. Like, Cyclops is just...
I like Cyclops, so...
He's a boring guy. What a boring guy.
So are you, but I don't know why I do these reviews with you.
Yet again, his brother Havoc is way cooler.
Admittedly, I do like Havoc more.
Yeah.
But no, I thought he was good. What about the other new... do the new students.
Okay.
Nightcrawler.
Thought he was great. Loved him.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he was good in the sense that I think the guy played him well. I think the actor suited him.
Yeah.
But he didn't really do much for me in terms of him in the film.
What? Right. This is my only thing with Nightcrawler, right? Is that he kicks Angel's ass, yet Apocalypse chooses him as a as a horseman.
We'll get to this.
And then he kicks his ass again.
We will get to this.
Choose the better mutant.
No, we'll get to that. But Nightcrawler, I don't know, and I think he had a lot of humour, which again for me felt really flat.
Yeah, I didn't pick up anything I think from Nightcrawler, but yeah, actually
he was okay. I don't think he was cool. Like, I wouldn't go like, oh my god, you need to go and see it to see Nightcrawler. But I wouldn't be like, oh, Nightcrawler was terrible in it. I'd be like, he was good.
Here's the thing. In X-Men 2, he had a stand-out scene, which I think Quicksilver took away from him in this film. If they had done that scene with Quicksilver in this film, where it was Nightcrawler zipping about saving everyone,
yeah,
it would have been a lot cooler, and then everyone would have gone, Nightcrawler is awesome in this film.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
And I think that's the only reason why everyone's like a bit like, oh, I don't know about Nightcrawler, it's because he didn't have that stand-up.
Yeah, he didn't really have, like, he had his scene with Angel. He went around with the students when they were looking for, like, Rogue and all that, not Rogue, Mystique and all them. And then he fought Angel again. But I wouldn't say he fought him, because they didn't really fight.
No.
And that was it. And I was like, okay, I would have used him a bit differently.
Yeah, like if they put him in that scene instead.
He suited the role though. Like if he'd had more stuff, I think that actor would have been really, like, done a really good job.
Yeah.
Jean Grey.
I think this is going to be really controversial because I don't think you liked it, do you?
It's not that I didn't like her. I just didn't like what they did with her.
Really?
It started off okay. Like her when she's sleeping, I thought that was really cool. I really liked that. When Charles is trying to get her
watching her sleeping.
Charles...
I know what you mean.
Yeah, Charles waking her up. I thought that was really cool when she's...
Going on about the Phoenix Force, right?
Yeah. I thought that was cool. And I liked her with young Scott. I thought they had quite a good little dynamic between them.
Which is like a wink to the future, isn't it?
Yeah. It was more so the ending for me.
You didn't like that she had the Phoenix Force?
I didn't like the fact that it was so predictable she was going to do stuff as well. Because everybody around them is fighting and she's just standing there the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, she's clearly going to go Phoenix mode. And then she did. And I don't know, for me, in the former films, they did it good where the Phoenix, like, even at the start of this film, they're like, oh, you know, there's power she can't control, all that crap. And that's the thing. She's not supposed to be that good at controlling it.
Well, I think you know about the Dark Phoenix, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
Originally, with Phoenix, like, she is the Phoenix, she's not Jean Grey.
Yeah. But when the first time she becomes it, I can't imagine, I could be wrong, but the very first time she becomes the Phoenix, like, would she not struggle a bit, considering she's on about this power that she's got within it?
I think, whereas before, in the previous time, she was, like, scaremongered into this power. She's like, don't trust it. And it was, like, wiped from her memory, and it was this thing that kept growing and growing, and she didn't know about it, and it just burst and whatever. But in this film, it was kind of like, they were kind of like, right, okay, we've got this power.
She didn't learn it, though.
No, but he kind of goes, right, embrace this power and let it go and use it and try and then she kind of did, and she went like that,
and she does. It. And I was like, okay, predictable. We saw it coming. I saw it coming. But then when she comes out of it, it's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, but she can do that anyway.
Oh, I don't know. She
can. On the comics, she can do that anyway.
I thought for a young girl with that much power, I would have thought it would have affected her a bit more.
Well, it might do. You don't know, because it was at the end of the film, so it might.
Well, no. She came out of it. She was like, I keep wanting to. I know she didn't do it like this, but I keep wanting to do it like Professor Layton. I keep wanting her to like have finished the fight and all that, and then turn around and be like, Professor, like, run up to him and be like, "Is it okay?" Like,
because she can I could be wrong and stuff.
I've not read many of the X-Men comics and all that, but I personally just think she took to it too easily.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. She does, and then it takes over her and becomes the Dark Phoenix because she uses it and she goes, "Oh, I can control this. Is awesome." And she uses it and uses it and uses it, and then it takes over her and she becomes the Dark Phoenix and kills everyone. And that's basically what happens.
Well, for a person who's not as into the comics, then
Yeah, because my missus said the same as you.
In that standpoint,
it was too easy. She just did that and killed Apocalypse, and I was like, for me, because I was a fan, I was like, oh well, it makes sense for me. But
well, again, and that's the difference when you go to watch these kind of superhero films is that you've got the people watching it from the perspective of they may know little to none of the stuff, and then you've got the comic ones. So you've got to find that middle balance where you're appealing to the ones with comics, you're following the comics, but you've also got to adapt it for the people who watch it the first time. And to me, it just felt like she did it too easy. If that's how she is in the comics, then I'll hold my hand up and say, okay, I'm wrong on that. But
I think I know what you mean. Like there is, like that is film purpose, isn't it? It's just gone boom and whatever. My missus would say it is too easy. But again, like she is the Phoenix before.
And that's fine, but I'm just like, if they carry on now, it's like, well, she could just go Phoenix mode straight away, like all the time now.
I would have preferred if they had used it in the beginning a bit more, like the backstory with her melting the things and Xavier going right from 1-to-1, like, look, you need to control this, and then her having random outbursts now and again.
Because that's what I mean. Like in the next one, if they do another one now in the 90s. You're going to tell me that she's just going to go Phoenix mode all the time?
No. She'll have outbursts and stuff. I think she burns a school down in one of the comics as well at one time. Okay. But so yeah, she will see a destroyed school again, no doubt.
Why not? That could be a theme. I think each film they destroy the school.
Destroying school builds character, right?
Yeah, and it builds new buildings.
As Colossus says in Deadpool, house that gets destroyed every couple of years builds character.
Oh, well, I can't remember that part.
When in the school, and Negasonics like, what benefits?
No, the only part I remember from him talking about the school is him saying about the budget.
Well, that's Deadpool. No, it's on Colossus. What Colossus says. Isn't it?
Yeah, but that's the part. Deadpool just.
Oh, okay.
For me, that's the start scene. The only thing I remember is Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't really remember what the other two said. But going off track. Okay. The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
The new ones? The ones he chooses in the film?
The old ones we don't see lots of, but what we do see, they're awesome.
Yeah, sure. They are death and pestilence and stuff, aren't
they? Famine and all that, yeah. But the new ones, I am sorry. They're throwaway. Yeah.
Psylocke and Archangel.
I was so freaking excited for Psylocke.
Yeah.
I was like, looking at like the photos of her and looking at her like cutting through the van and stuff. I was like, she's gonna be amazing. They're gonna nail her so well. She looks freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Storm. I thought Storm looks awesome. Storm is probably gonna be kick-ass. Archangel, I thought this is gonna be great seeing him. Old EastEnders boy as well.
Is he?
Yeah, he was from EastEnders.
I didn't know that.
Go to EastEnders to the X-Men. I was like, damn, well done, kid.
Yeah.
And who's Magneto?
Okay.
And
we leave Magneto out.
Yeah, Magneto will be last. Psylocke, what a waste. She had one line in the whole film.
Yeah, throwaway character.
And other than a little bit of fighting time with Beast, which doesn't really do that much. You don't see too much of it.
Yeah.
But apart from her, like, getting, like, her whip, like, the whip that she's made around him, she doesn't really do anything.
No. And for a horseman as well, is pointless.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. He wants the strongest people.
But then...
Psylocke, you see her doing basically nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Archangel, the guy can fly.
Yeah.
How is that the most powerful mutant?
And he gets his ass kicked by...
And he doesn't do anything. He gets his ass beaten before he becomes, like, all-powerful.
Yeah.
Then when he turns, when he's, like, all drunk and all that stuff, and he makes him more powerful, going from Angel to Archangel, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Where I was like, he looks
on the metal
bad
and he shoots the things.
I was like, this is amazing. And then, he just flies around a little bit. Doesn't even do a good job flying around. Gets himself trapped. Gets out of the little trap. And then...
For me, I think the only reason...
Then blows up with...
Oh, yeah, of course.
I was like, sweet. So is he dead? I was like, well, that was good.
There's a lot of that, isn't it? Is he dead?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in this film. That's the thing. I think the only reason why they chose Archangel in this is because he's one of them in the comics, and that is it.
Oh, yeah.
He had so much potential to be a real pain in the butt but he isn't.
Oh, they as you said, completely nailed on head. They throw away.
Yeah.
They could have just not been in it.
Yeah.
Like, there was no point to them being in it.
Yeah.
Apart from keeping a couple of the people busy.
I thought it would have been better. Like, if I was directing this, I would have gone, right, Cyclops is a new character, and he can't control his powers. Make him one of the thing. Because seeing Havoc and Cyclops fight...
Yeah, that would have been good.
Because their powers cancel out each other. So they would have had to have fist fight and stuff.
Yeah.
And that would have been cool. Seeing beams going everywhere. I think that would have been awesome. Especially because he might have been begrudging against his brother at some point. We didn't see that, but they could have been. They could have done that.
Yeah.
Right? Having Nightcrawler's one of them with his powers. You know, imagine them trying to go up to Charles Xavier to save him, and Nightcrawler says, no way.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Anything.
Like,
Storm was cool.
No, I'm sorry.
She wasn't as cool as she could have been.
She was cool, as in the sense that she was cool.
Yeah.
She was a cool character. But in terms of her fighting as a member of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, she was crap.
Yeah.
She basically does a little bit of lightning.
Yeah, I can't
misses, gets hit, I think, by something.
Cyclops.
I don't know if he does he? I don't know. She gets hit anyway, and then she hides the whole thing. She just stays there watching it all going, which I get. I get that she doesn't fight because she's eventually joins them.
Yeah.
I get it. But she could have done more.
Yeah.
She did one move, failed, and then got her ass kicked, and then hid the whole time. I was like that. Watching it, I can't say I have ever been in a film where I thought, I really like this film, but at the same time, this is how I can't watch. I was literally sitting there like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
no, I'm sorry.
There was too many characters, I think, wasn't there?
Well, I don't want to say that's the reason. No, because, like,
too many new characters.
Without comparing, because I don't want to do the whole comparison thing. Civil War. Look how many characters they had in it. They all had standout moments.
Yeah, but
they all did well. They had a bunch of new characters in it.
Two.
Well, they still were good, okay?
Yeah, but they had two new characters in, and they built this whole backstory of them, and they were...
Yeah, but these characters we also know, though. Whether they're fresh or not.
True.
We know the backstory. We don't need the backstory for these ones.
There's no building character.
But they could have been built better. Psylocke and that were throwaway.
Yeah, they were.
Storm was pointless as well, in my opinion. They could have brought her into the mansion another way. Yeah. Like, she was pointless. I'm sorry. She was cool for the sake of looking cool.
Yeah, she was cool.
And being cool, like, walking behind him, being like...
And seeing her on screen with the lightning and stuff, I thought it was great.
I just thought she looked badass, and then it just completely disappointed me.
I can't remember a fight scene either, honestly. I can't remember a fight scene with her.
All I can remember is whether she had one before. All I remember is her with Cyclops. And her missing a move and then just hiding. That's all I remember of her doing that.
Yeah. Because this is the thing, because like I said at the start, there's only three things that really annoyed me about the film. But one of them was the scene at the end, where I think it was where Apocalypse is like being beaten up by Quicksilver, and instead of disintegrating him to the ground, he just stabs his leg. Or like he breaks his leg or whatever.
He gets him caught in the...
Dude, you don't like this guy. Everyone else you don't like in the whole film so far, you disintegrate him into the sand.
Right. Well, we'll go to Magneto last because everyone already knows Magneto.
Yeah, I think we'll have different opinions on him as well.
Right, Apocalypse.
Did you like him?
I didn't. I did like him. I thought they did a good job with him. But considering he's as powerful as he is, I think, as you said then, like with Quicksilver, he just like gets his leg stuck. He like gets his foot stuck. I'm like, why didn't you just kill him?
Yeah.
He could have so easily killed anybody. And whether you want to kill mutants or not, like, he could have so easily just annihilated every single one of them. But he doesn't.
Yeah. This is the thing, is that he obviously doesn't care about killing mutants. It's not that they're mutants, because he's getting Magneto to destroy the world, and he's saying only the strong will survive, and that's fine for Apocalypse. Mutant or not, if you're not strong, whatever. So the people who are against him, obviously, like, why didn't he just poof?
Like, this is the thing. Like, when Charles is talking to Eric, and Apocalypse intercepts and starts using Cerebro. Like, that's how good he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, so we've seen that you are powerful, you've got all these powers, you can do that, you can do stuff like that. So you can use Cerebro yourself because you can lock in. So you could have actually quickly scanned for the strongest people.
Yeah.
But you choose Angel. Or Archangel. And I don't know, he just... For the power that he has, he just didn't really do much. Like, he seemed like he was doing it quite a bit at the start.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it came to, like, the end fight and stuff, he just seemed really pants.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like about it. The end fight.
When he grabbed...
He seemed a bit pants.
Like, all he does, he stops Quicksilver.
Instead of killing him.
Just grabs somebody by the throat.
I can't remember who it is. I want to say Mystique.
Yes. He grabs Mystique by the throat,
okay.
Who's disguised as somebody else. Throws her to the side. And, like, that is it. He then pulverizes Charles in his mind, which is cool.
Yes, because he's obviously true friends.
He just dies. I was like, sweet, well, didn't you do well?
I think they were trying to make a point. I don't know whether it is for another film. Apparently it's the last one. I hope not, because...
Well, no, because there's rumours they're doing one for the Nighties now.
Right, is that... I didn't know that.
Oh,
okay.
Which reminds me of one other character, which I'll bring up in a minute.
But I think they were trying to make the point of how powerful this Phoenix Force is that it can just...
Which I get, and I get that if you've got a really powerful mutant that could easily kill everyone, you don't want to, because otherwise it defeats the object of the film.
Yeah.
If you kill everyone like that, you're like, oh well, sweet.
Because doesn't Apocalypse say when she uses that, it's like, oh, this is it, isn't it? This is the power she's searching for.
But it's just... I feel like he could have done more.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. And it does set up that he's going to be this cool thing.
If you're gonna kill off Havoc, whether he is dead or not, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Because as you said, there's a few people who you presume are dead. If you're gonna kill off Havoc or Archangel or something, do it with Apocalypse. If you're gonna kill someone off, rather than just killing them off randomly, kill them off with the guy that's supposed to be really powerful, so that it shows that he could kill someone that easy. Yeah. Because otherwise, he doesn't actually hurt any of the mutants.
Yeah. Stand in my way, and this is what will happen. Kill Havoc. Whatever. Yeah. And they'd be like, oh, no way!
Yeah, and like I think that would have been more shock value as well. Like, it was still shocking when Havoc... I was like, oh my god, Havoc's dead.
Wait, but that's the thing. We don't know until after the whole thing happens, and then someone goes, did you rescue Havoc? Because he was the closest to the blast. And they're like, yeah, he was.
Yeah. And then Scott's like, no! Oh, what? We gotta go.
Yeah.
So, like, I just feel like they could have used him in different ways, and they could have killed off people that you were gonna kill off anyway, using Apocalypse.
Yeah.
But I have to bring up Jubilee quickly.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I thought she was going to be in the film.
Promos and stuff, they're showing her. And, like, she's done quite a few interviews and stuff as well, I've seen online. And I'm like, oh my god, Jubilee's in it. Like, yeah, I'm so excited. But that is the point. She's in like 3 scenes.
As much as she is in X-Men 1 and 2.
She's like, you see, and this is what grated on me, right? Is they go out, her, Jean, Scott, and Nightcrawler. They go out for a little bit of a drive. They come back, the mansion's destroyed. They end up then running off to go and save people. But Jubilee doesn't go with them. Whether she is, like, knocked out or whatever, I don't know. But, like, they're all driving off together. They're all at the cinema together. They're all, like, the 1 or 2 scenes you see her in, she is with the other kids that we're introduced to. Yeah. So why completely neglect her when it comes to everything else?
She could have been really cool at the end of the scene.
She would have been really cool.
Yeah. You don't even see her use her powers, do you?
And that's what I mean. You don't even see her use her powers.
I forgot that she was in the film. I honestly did. I forgot that she was being promoted. Wait, I think I remember seeing an interview with someone saying, oh, it's cool to see that Jubilee's in this film now because she's a background character in X-Men 1 and 2 and stuff.
But that's what I mean. Like, you're promoting Jubilee's in it.
Yeah.
And you don't even see her use her power. She's in the film. All of her scenes, if you were to add them up, they would probably accumulate to about 2 minutes.
Yeah, you probably.
If that.
Yeah.
I was just like, are you kidding me? I was so excited for Jubilee as well.
How were you?
I was like, Jubilee's in it. It's going to be really cool.
Do you know what I was excited for, which wasn't in the film? Someone told me that Gambit was in it. That we were going to see Channing Tatum's Gambit.
There was rumours.
Someone told me.
I didn't expect him to be, if I'm honest.
Someone told me, I'm into the midnight launch, Gambit's in it, look out for that.
But end credit scene could potentially lead to Gambit, though.
No.
And I'll explain in a minute. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I don't think, no.
Yeah, I'll explain. But, go to Magneto first.
It's the bad guy for Deadpool 2. I think end credit scene.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, see, because... Okay, we'll go to end scene first, then. End credits. If you don't want to hear about it, no. It's Essex Corp.
You know what that is, don't you?
Which is What's His Chops.
Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, Mr. Sinister. Now, Mr. Sinister is an X-Men... he obviously is an X-Men villain. But he's had dealings with Wolverine.
And
so he could technically... Okay, Deadpool, fine. But we know there's a new Wolverine coming out. So I was like, okay, well, is it setting up for him and Wolverine?
Mm.
He's also pops up quite a lot in Gambit's stuff.
Okay.
So he could be in that, because we've got a Gambit film coming too.
Oh, yeah, we have, yeah.
So I didn't know if maybe that was a setup for potentially Gambit as well.
Do you know what I thought it was? Because there's loads of people talking about, are they going to recast Wolverine? Right? He's taken a vial of Wolverine's blood.
Yes.
And he clones people. So obviously he's going to make X-23.
Yes.
Who is Wolverine in the comics now. So I thought, right, so basically what they're going to do is, instead of recasting Hugh Jackman, they're going to bring X-23 into it, and she's going to be the new Wolverine.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who it was. I heard something saying about the X-23, the one that played her in X-Men 2.
No, that's Lady Deathstrike, it's a different person.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought that was
X-23 is a clone of Wolverine, and she's got 2 claws instead of 3.
Oh, I thought that was X-23.
No, it's Lady Deathstrike.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm wrong about that as well then.
Yeah.
Jeez, well, just don't worry about my review. I thought that was X-23.
No, Lady Deathstrike has the claws, and X-23's got 2 little claws instead of Wolverine's 3. And she's a direct clone that Mr. Sinister did. So when I saw that, I thought, oh, okay, so that's basically what they're going to do. Instead of recast Wolverine, they're going to basically... He's going to die, and then X-23 is going to be the Wolverine now. Because I think in the comics now...
I think it's potentially set up for anything, really.
Yeah.
Could go.
I didn't know about that new X-Men film, so he may even be just a villain for that.
Yeah, could be.
Because he is quite a big bad, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
know he was in the cartoons as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the bad guy in the Deadpool game as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he is, yeah. It was just quick.
But yes, Magneto. Let's go to Magneto.
Okay.
He was cool. He had awesome moments. But I also feel like he was kind of thrown away as well a little bit. I feel like he was underused.
Okay, interesting.
Because we see him trying to do a normal life.
Yes.
Which is cool. Spoiler. His kid and his wife getting killed. I'm sorry, I nearly laughed.
Really?
Because the guy shoots with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but how did that arrow go through the mum as well? Did you see the size of that arrow?
Yeah, this is the thing.
And if it went into the kid...
He doesn't have a full talk on it either, does
exactly.
he?
He's like that.
Because I didn't realise it killed her as well. I thought it just killed the kid.
I know.
And I was like, oh, that's really sad.
I was like, no. And then when he was like, no, my wife... And I was like...
Well, it's the thing.
I was like, hang on a minute. Your wife is dead as well. It's like, you're telling me that arrow...
Yeah.
Which has had no real force behind it. No traction. It's just gone loose.
And it's just in slow motion as well, isn't it?
Just completely goes loose. Apparently goes through the kid and hits her as well, deep enough that it would kill her. I was like, I'm sorry. You could have killed her a different way. That was ridiculous.
I'm wondering what they use as an arrowhead as well.
They might have used a Lego block. because they
were like no metal bow and arrow. I was like, okay, but I was sort of thinking, every arrowhead I've seen is made of metal.
No, you can use wood ones.
Really?
Yeah. You can use wood arrows, yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. But yeah,
because you can still make them sharp.
Because obviously she's...
Maybe it was a plastic arrow.
If it was like... I believe they killed the kid. Yeah,
but I believe they killed the kid, but the fact that the mum died, I was like, what? I was like, the mum's dead as well. I was like,
that's what I thought as well, yeah.
Maybe the wind blew really hard, and they gave her a bit of headache, and she
But again,
died.
you don't... It's another death that you see, but you don't actually see. And it's not until later, in another scene later on where he says, my wife was killed as well.
I'm just like, oh well, okay.
So
that was a bit... But when he killed everyone with that, then, I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool.
That's cool.
Then we see him meeting Apocalypse. Hannah had an issue with this just because of what he turned around and said to Apocalypse.
But he was angry though, so of course.
But I was like, he's angry. But
and two people have just shown up out of nowhere. I
was like looking forward to seeing him killing everyone, and then obviously Apocalypse just turns up. And this again is the point that Apocalypse just is like, everyone's dead. I'm like, sweet. Why can't you do that to the mutants?
Go to Xavier's school and just go, shh.
Yeah. Or just go out with the mansion. Don't worry about like burning it and blowing it up and stuff.
Yeah.
Just go, gone. But he brings out Eric's power. All really cool. Watching the trailers, like, I didn't really watch many of the trailers, but the one or two that I did see, I thought with all you see, like, all the world, like, come into pieces and all that stuff, I thought that was Apocalypse. I didn't realise that was Magneto doing all that.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
So that was cool. I was like, ooh, look at Magneto going, he's awesome. But then that was kind of it.
No, what I liked about it is that Apocalypse didn't give him his new abilities like he did with the others. He goes, right, now you've got more power. He basically teaches him, which means that Magneto will always have that power now. And now that Apocalypse is gone, maybe Storm or whatever might lose their extra powers. But Magneto won't because he wasn't given them to him.
Yeah.
But in the comics, he makes Genosha, doesn't he?
That was cool when he... That was cool when he, like, took him back to his past. And he was like... I was like, oh my god, this is so cool.
Yeah.
But then, like, in the end scene, he's doing all that, and you're like, sweet. And then Mystique, all the almighty Mystique, who we also should get to just briefly at one point, talks him down out of it. I think she talks him out of it. Or just seeing that everyone else is going to die. Oh, that's how it was. I think he sees him, like, throw Mystique around, didn't he?
No, because him and Quicksilver...
I've seen this a week or two ago. Like, I'm not as fresh with it. Because I had to wait for somebody to watch it.
Yeah, sorry. Mystique and Quicksilver talks to him.
Yeah.
And then... And she reminds him...
I like that Quicksilver didn't say that it was his dad.
Yes, I like that as well. And he says he might eventually...
Even though he knows, yeah.
But here's the thing, is that he's reminded he's got other family, which he has.
Yeah, which is Eric and... not Eric.
Here's the thing, that he was so angry, and Apocalypse basically uses his manipulation to try and make him destroy the world, and he's so angry, he's like, yeah, I'm going to kill everyone. And then Mystique kind of reminds him of that. His whole thing is that, yeah, he'll kill humans, but he wants to protect every single mutant that he can, because that's his kind. And I think he's kind of reminded of that, and he kind of goes,
I don't remember if it's Mystique talking to him, or if it's when he sees him throw, like, Apocalypse throwing Mystique around.
Yeah.
I can't remember what chant, but he basically then turns on Apocalypse.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, apart from him, like, going, like, trapping him, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And I was a bit like, oh, I expected a bit more from Magneto, because he, other than, which you could say, like, this sounds like it's not that big of a thing, but it kind of is. Apart from him basically destroying the world.
Well, attempting to.
Oh, attempted to. He doesn't really do anything.
That's a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is a big thing.
But he learns about the metal in the soil, so now he can lift it.
Yeah, and I mean, for him, I suppose the thing with him isn't about the battles and all that. I think the point of him in this film is his growth.
Yes.
So I can sympathise with that a bit, but at the same time, I was like, right, these powers you've just learned, and the thing you just decided to do is put 2 metal bars across to, like, block him, so he can't move. I was like, you could have done a bit more to beat Apocalypse if you wanted. If anyone could have killed Apocalypse.
Story, though, but it's like, a lot of it is, there was so much going on as well, that, you know, it was hard to do. If they just simmed down the characters a little bit, then you would have had
I think that's what I had issue with, was that they were trying to do too much with too many people.
Yes.
That for me, I know it sounds like you didn't have an issue with it as much, but for me, it just felt like there was a lot of building people up for nothing, and a lot of like what ifs, or why didn't they do this?
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, it sounds like you didn't have as much of an issue.
No,
with it.
I didn't. I
but like Mystique, I'm sorry, I love Mystique. I'll just say that first, right? I love Mystique, but they build her up in this film as like everyone idolizes her.
Yeah.
She does nothing the entire film.
Yeah.
She walks around.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh my god, look, it's Mystique! Woo, woo, Mystique! Woo, woo!" And then
I didn't know whether
she gets captured.
She didn't want to get involved with the whole X-Men thing.
Well, no, because she tells
I want to see her as a villain.
She tells them to suit up.
Yeah, I know, but I
suit up.
I want her to be the villain, like she is in the comics and stuff. I want her to be a villain, and at the moment, it's as if Jennifer Lawrence has gone, I don't want to be a bad guy, I want to be a good guy.
I love Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
but
I do.
I preferred Rebecca. I can't remember her last name. I'm sure her first name is Rebecca. The one that played Mystique in the previous three.
She's more of
I preferred that Mystique, if I'm honest.
Yeah, she's more of a bad guy. She's more of like the villain, which
she's more the villain that like the Mystique we know, where she's sort of nice, but at the same time she's not. She's a villain, but she's not like a villain. She's not.
I was hoping that
she has her moments where she's a bit nice, and like when she slides, I think it's
Days of Future Past.
No. The second film, X-Men 2.
Oh, okay.
I think when she like fiddles with the control panel and stuff, and then she like slides out the door or whatever, and it's just the cheekiness and the charm of it all. But with Jennifer Lawrence, she's like, everyone's like, "Oh, it's Mystique, woo!" And then she's there and she's like, "Yeah, suit up, come on guys, we need to do this. Yeah. Like, let's do this, let's do that." And you're like, "Yeah," everyone looks up to her, and then she does nothing. I just
don't like the whole that she's a hero and she's
Well, like, I don't mind her as a hero. I liked her in First Class. Days of Future Past, I liked her in because there were the moments of her turning bad.
Yeah.
And in this film, she's just there for the sake of just being there.
They could have just done it where she is idolised for saving mutants, but when you actually see her, she is a bad guy. Like, no, I don't like this.
Or they could have just left her out of it.
Yeah. But she's,
or made like a scene with her in, and she's like, "No, I'm not interested." But they add her in it, but all she does is walk around, tell people, "We need to do this, we need to do that." But that is it. When she does go to the fight scene at the end, and I don't want to make it sound like everyone needs to fight really cool to be a good character, because that's not the case. But they don't even build her in any kind of way in this. They just make her out as if everyone idolizes her. She's like not even that bothered. She just seems like a complete spare part in film.
Yeah.
It just seems like it was completely pointless to have it. And then she just gets herself choked. Alright, she talks to Magneto and ultimately brings Magneto back from the point of just destroying everyone and everything. Mm-hmm. But like I just didn't see the point of her being in it.
Like I agree.
I felt like, to me, it came across like she was in it just for the sake of having Jennifer Lawrence in the film.
Yes, yeah.
And for having Mystique in the film, because we don't know what else to do with it, but we can't leave her out.
That's how I feel about her. Like, I love Jennifer Lawrence as an actress, and I love her as Mystique. It's really cool, but it does seem to me like she's gone, I don't want to be a bad guy. I don't want to be the villain of the film. I want to be the hero. Make me another character. And they've gone, well, we kind of want you as Mystique. Well, I want to be a hero then. Oh, we'll do Mystique in a different way.
I don't know if I'd agree with that.
And that's how I feel about her. Because she's, I don't know, because she is, if she had turned
I think Jennifer Lawrence, I think, could be great as a villain, because she's proved at parts in Days of Future Past
definitely
that she could be great as Mystique as a villain. But I don't know, again, I just feel like they didn't know what to do with her in this, and they just put her in it for the sake of putting her in it.
Yeah.
But they didn't know what to do with her. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a lot of wasted opportunities, and a lot of, like, if you don't know what to do with Mystique, don't do stuff with Mystique. But if you've got Jubilee in there, don't just put Jubilee in there for the sake of putting Jubilee in there.
Yeah.
Give, like, if you don't have stuff to do with Mystique, give Jubilee a bit of time to do something. Or give one of the newer characters a bit more time. Give us more scenes with Scott and Jean.
Yeah.
Do something.
It's like why X-Men 2 is so good. It's like, even though they've got Mystique in it, she's only in it in the key moments where she's needed to be in it.
Yeah.
She's not just in it just for the sake of it. Like,
I just
like
think
the start,
there's a lot
like,
of...
when she turns up at the mansion at the start, and they're like, "Oh, hey, welcome home," and she's like, "No, it's not my home." Like, why be there then? Why are you here?
Yeah. She's there just to drop
for
off
screen time.
Just to drop off little Nightcrawler.
I got 90 minutes of screen time in my contract, so I'm here.
That's the point as well. She like just drops off Nightcrawler. Like that is the point of her being there. And then she magically gets roped into all this. Just because I think she sees Eric on TV. Because they say about Eric.
But if she didn't like them, didn't want to be there, why even turn? She could have just dropped them off the door and then drove off.
Again, this was my big thing with the film, was that they just seemed like they had a bunch of people in it, which they didn't know what to do with, but they put them in the film for the sake of having them in the film.
Apocalypse could have had her as a horseman. She could have changed into anyone and done so much stuff for him.
That's the thing. I think they completely picked the wrong people for...
Yeah. Instead of having Storm, bring Storm as in... He's found Cerebro and gone, oh my god, there's a mutant here we need. Picked up Storm as a good guy.
Archangel being one.
Yes. He's in the comics.
Even though he sucks.
Yeah.
I like the character, don't get me wrong. But in terms of what he does in the film, he sucks. He just flat out sucks. And again, this is not me just criticising the characters. This is me comparing... If you've seen it or if you're gonna see it, you'll see or you'll know for yourself that you compare Archangel, Psylocke, Storm, and Magneto to the four horsemen that you see at the very start. They are completely different wavelengths.
Yeah. Death.
When that woman
awesome.
just picks the guy up in midair and just completely crushes him.
Yeah.
And he just goes folds in pieces, and she just throws him, and it's like, yeah, whatever.
And Death, doesn't it turn someone into a skeleton or something, doesn't she?
Yeah, she just flames them, and they just go and dead.
So cool.
I was like, those guys kick ass.
I would have preferred if he had cocooned his horsemen in a bubble.
I think they should just add them.
And then they would have been, when he rose back up, they would have been his horsemen.
Because you could have had a proper massive fight then.
A Brotherhood and X-Men teaming up against Apocalypse, which is what happens in the comics.
It was a great film. It was a good film.
I really enjoyed it. As a film itself, when you watch it, like, I know we've said a lot of negative stuff about it, and we are saying about stuff. Like, no, for the whole thing we've said about what we didn't like about it, and you can go in and say it.
There were moments,
but when you sat there and you're watching it, like, I enjoyed it as a film. I thought it was really cool.
I did, but I just think they lost out on a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, I like the way they did Wolverine in this film. Spoiler again. Because we actually saw cool. Weapon X. Like, we've never seen that in a film before.
I did,
and I was like, oh my god.
I avoided a lot of stuff going into this film. I do tend to try to avoid anything in films because I don't want to spoil them.
Yes.
Seeing Wolverine pop up, I was like, ooh. I was like, this is cool. I kind of did wonder when Stryker turned up. I was like, okay, maybe we'll see...
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see Wolverine.
Yeah.
And because they used the same Stryker from before, which was cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, oh, okay. And like, I was like, who's in the box? I was like, is it Wolverine? Is it going to be like Juggernaut? I was like, who's...
At first I thought it was Sabretooth at first.
Yeah, I did wonder that. And I was like, well, I was like, no, I don't think it would be Sabretooth. I was like, maybe it's Juggernaut. I was like, where's it Wolverine? I was like, maybe it's somebody else. And that's the thing, because he made comment on an animal. I was like, well, it's probably not Juggernaut then.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, also, just what I remember, Blob. Blob was in it. Blob was in the film. Fighting it at the start in the cage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he looked horrendous. He looked ridiculous, I'm sorry.
I was annoyed at the fact that they hyped him to be in the film. Like, I'd read a news article
that he was in it.
Yeah, there's a news article that went out that's saying that they'd cast Blob. And I was like, oh wow, Blob, that's pretty cool. I hope you see a good one. I hope he joins the Brotherhood or whatever. And then you just see him unconscious.
You see him unconscious getting wheeled out. And they did that. I was like, is that supposed to be Blob? Yeah. I was like, that better not be Blob. That better just be like a kind of fat guy. Because he wasn't even like, he didn't even look like, his body type just looked wrong.
Yeah.
And at the credits, I was watching the credits and it said Blob. I was like, are you kidding me? That was actually Blob.
Yeah.
I was like, what a waste.
Yeah.
So yeah, they just
seemed
cool. The Wolverine part was cool.
Yeah,
and it was cool seeing him just completely
shredding,
insane, just blood everywhere.
Yeah,
it's like, ooh. Big child.
And I like that Mr. Sinister's going to come and clone him or whatever. Yeah. And we're going to see an X-23
so, at some point.
And Mr. Sinister, I don't know who.
I will go first this time because I've noticed on our other two that I've gone second. It was a good film. I did enjoy watching it, but there were so many things that I personally was frustrated with. Again, the Quicksilver thing, I just felt like they added it for the sake of having it in there. The second lot of Four Horsemen were a complete letdown, apart from Magneto, but he was on his own journey. And like the likes of like Jubilee and Mystique and all that, as I've said, just felt like they were in it for the sake of being in it. So I'm torn between two scores. I'm not going to do a point.
No, do it.
Something. I either want to give them a proper number or a half. I don't want to give them a point something. But I am torn between 3 and 3.5.
Okay.
I feel gut instinct is telling me to go with 3.
Okay.
I give it a 3 out of 5.
Okay, that is quite interesting, because I thought you were going to do a lot lower than that, honestly. When you were like, oh, okay.
Well, I kind of convinced myself at the start. When I came out of the cinema, I was like, yeah, I'm not rating that good at all.
Okay.
But then when I was driving home, I was like, no, it actually was a good film. But there were problems I had with it. And then talking to you about it, I've said my problems, but then one or two of them you've said that's the way they were in the comics. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. I'll hold my hands up to that. Like the Jean thing. But there were things to me which, as much as I enjoyed it,
that Jean thing can be like, it can be interpreted either way. I mean, that's the whole thing with them, and like.
Well, that's again. That,
for me, in the comics, she has got that Phoenix Force, and she is.
That's the finding the balance, for adapting it for people who haven't seen, read the comics or have read very few.
But at the same time, I see what you mean. It was easy, and even my missus said that it was easy, and it was. Yeah, I would have hoped that she would have done a bit more with her Phoenix. Like she'd done it, and then Apocalypse gone, oh, I want your power, and then pushed everyone away and gone, right, let's have a one-on-one with me and you, the most powerful versus the most powerful, or whatever. Yeah. I get what you mean. It was too easy. I like that they use the Phoenix and not in a negative way, because she has got a positive Phoenix Force. But yeah, I mean, like you said, like I enjoyed it when I went to see it. Like you watch it as a film, it's pretty good. It's enjoyable. I thought it was quite great. It wasn't as good as I was hoping for. It's nowhere near as good as the comic book, but I mean, the comic book's got so many arcs and stuff. It's got Cable in it and stuff, and I know that's
Obi in Deadpool 2.
Yeah, but which makes me think that Mr. Sinister will be in as well, because of the whole Cable and Apocalypse thing. But,
true.
But yeah, I mean, there are stuff in it that like we've talked about today that didn't necessarily like, and we can go into and that. But I mean, as a film as a whole, I quite enjoyed it. The Quicksilver thing, yeah, I agree with you. Didn't like at all. Not that I didn't like it, was really cool visually, and when you see it, you'd be like, oh, I don't know what they were talking about. It's really nice, but as he can't slow down time, and it interprets that he can slow down time, and I didn't like that. I would prefer him to be like he was in Age of Ultron, where he was just fast, and you can just see him. And there was bits in it where he was running, and he grabbed Thor's hammer in Age of Ultron.
Yes, yeah.
And stuff, but he didn't seem to slow down time. He was running normally when the time was slowed, because that's what he does, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, apart from that, I thought it was great. So I was going to give it 3.5 as well.
Okay.
So that's what I'll do. I'll give it 3.5. So 6.
I give it 6.5 out of 10. Not the best.
No.
But not
terrible.
Awful.
No, I thought
it was good.
I thought you were going to give it a 1. Honestly, I thought we were going to have a 4.5 out of 10.
Again, it was good. I had problems. More though, I think my main issues were with the Four Horsemen, just completely being underused.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the difference is as well, I think, is that because you went in it more or less launched, didn't you? And you hyped up to be this amazing film. But when I went into it, a lot of people had told me it was rubbish.
Okay.
And you would say, it's okay. My other friend went, it's okay. So I went in there thinking, this film's going to suck, but I need to see it. So, and I was like, oh wow, I actually really enjoyed that. So,
and again, this goes back to our point where we constantly say, whether you've seen the film before watching our review, or whether you're about to go and see it. Obviously, you watch reviews to get an idea of what certain people think, but ultimately, it is your opinion that matters. Don't listen to... I don't want to discredit what we're doing, but don't listen to like one show or one review place that you like, going like this was crap, and then go, oh, I'm not going to watch it because they said it was rubbish. They said it was like 2 out of 5, 10 out of like 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Go and make up your own mind.
Definitely. I mean, we're just sharing our opinions on it, and they're our opinions because we've seen the film. Go and watch it yourself, make up your mind. Comment below and let us know what you think. I mean, you might think it's great.
Yeah.
You might think it's not so great.
If you agreed with any of the points we made, or disagreed, let us know what you thought, or even if you just have like predictions that if they do another film, like what would you like to see, just let us know. X-Men related stuff, and as always, if you did enjoy the video, give it a like, a little thumbs up.
We haven't got many films coming out now, have we, to review in terms of like, I mean, Turtles is coming out and Ghostbusters, but I mean they're a bit like
what's the other one coming out? I'm sure there was... Warcraft has just come out. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Okay. We're going to see that.
I might review that.
We might review that next. We need to do our challenge stuff as well, because we've started this food.
Yep.
Hashtag Team Matt.
And Matt Ricker.
And Matt Ricker, that's it.
And Nova.
And Nova. Hashtag Team Nova. We gotta get the equalizer back.
We wanted to do TV stuff as well, but a lot of the shows that we wanted to do have just finished, sadly.
Yes. And Game of Thrones is halfway through as well.
Yeah, so we're going to do a full season review of Game of Thrones when it finishes.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it might just be a case of challenge videos
and gaming stuff.
And gaming stuff, yeah.
Although the gaming's getting quite dry a bit now, isn't it?
Gaming's getting quite dry as well. It's like the kind of the period now where...
It's a dry spell now, isn't it?
It's a dry spell between like everything, with TV, film and gaming.
But E3's coming up, I think,
yes.
June 16th to 18th, I think. And we're going to do some videos for that, right?
Yes. E3 stuff in a couple months. Not in a couple months, in a couple of weeks.
So we'll do what? Reaction stuff? Thoughts and discussions?
Just thoughts, yeah. There is going to be stuff coming out, don't worry. But... It's at the moment we're not really sure
what's happening.
What we're reviewing ourselves, so we can't tell you what's next. But we of course will have content for you. And as always, if you haven't subscribed before, press the button down there somewhere. I'm assuming it's down there.
I'm going to say there.
I'll say there. Oh no, wait! It's on the bottom left now, so it's going to be down there. It depends what you're watching.
Was I right? Do I get a point for Team Nova?
No, because you're pointing like down there. You're pointing in the middle.
Shit.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, look after yourselves.
Peace.